All right, guys. Thank you for joining me again tonight. Yes, John J. I'm on Wisconsin Container. Thank you for the donation, guys. How do I sound? And I think I know how I look. Ruffled, right? So with this beard that I'm trying to grow, for those of you that are watching, I'm gonna try to out hipster the hipsters by being a fucking legitimate man. I think that's where I'm going with this. So I'm gonna see how much more manly I can be. Listen, I think if I had no hair on my body, I think I'd be more manly than those fucking pansies. I can't stand them. Jesus, guys, you don't know. You know what? A lot of you guys, like for example, going up by Mike, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, going up by him, there's no hipsters there. I mean, they come up for the weekend, but there's no real hipsters there. Not like here in New York. But talking about hipsters and going upstate New York, I was watching Yellowstone with Kevin Costner. Awesome show, by the way. By far one of the best shows on TV. Sometimes they have some lazy writing thrown in there, but one of the best shows on TV. And there was a commercial. It was a polo commercial. And they had all these soft-looking hipsters holding horses and walking like those fucking bitches were riding horses. I mean, like, seriously. What's going on, Hutch? Thank you for joining me tonight. I mean, yo, it was bad. So I'm watching this commercial, and I'm like, is this a commercial for gay men? Like, what the fuck was going on? They all had like they had skin tight polo shirts on, and they were walking like robots because the shirts were so tight. And they were like, and they had a horse, and they were holding the horse as if they were like allergic to it. They were walking like this, and they were real stiff. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? What am I watching? It was bad. It was the worst commercial. It was a polo commercial. Just type in hipster gay polo commercial, and you'll probably find that ridiculous bullshit. It was bad. And like, I don't even think they were on the horses. Like they were like posing with the horses. And I'm like, yo, get on that shit and ride, man. Like, don't half step, but they were half stepping. Yes, Annabelle, I'm 1,000% sure one of the guys, you can see his fucking nipples through that shirt. It was a bad commercial. Super bad. Really bad. I almost puked. It was that bad. Right? So, yes, guys, Yellowstone is the shizness. That is one of the best shows out there, man. I'm like, the wife and I, we rifled through the first 3 seasons, I think, in 2 weeks, right? And then now we're on season 4, so we're all caught up. And watching the show, man, I'm thinking, yo, how the fuck are they going to get out of this? Laura Jane Johnson, what's the difference in these 2 channels? One channel's about prepping, which, every now and again I touch. And then this is more political and open talk based. That's the difference in the 2 channels. Welcome if this is your first time here. But this channel is not for the faint heart. So if you have a heart of a, butterfly, this isn't the channel for you. Dove season 91. The 4th season's already out. It started the other day. There was 2 episodes in 1, if you will. Awesome show. Olivia, yes, the search engine Brave is pretty good. It is a legit private browser, but the problem with private browsers online is that they could probably be hacked. So it's not, I don't know. I wouldn't call it like super legit, but I think it's one of the better ones that you can get rid of. Yes, guys. So again, and yes, I made the comment about heart of a butterfly because that's fucking weak. I do a lot of cursing here. I say some shit that might offend you, and if it offends you, take your ass to a hipster channel that's gonna play to your heart. So I don't play to people's hearts. I piss people off, and not that I piss them off on purpose, but I say shit that pisses people off. So it is what it is, right? Part asshole, part, whatever the fuck. Hating all hipsters kind of shit. This is the kind of channel this is. I know a lot of people, they look at my prepper channel and they're like, why do you curse so much? Because I fucking can. Because this is a free fucking country. That's why I fucking curse. Because I get up in the morning and I say, fuck, shit, piss, gets my day started. Right? When I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh man, I feel like dragging ass. I'm like, fuck, shit, piss. I pop out of bed and I'm ready to go. That's the kind of channel this is. This isn't a channel for the weak. There are a lot of weak-ass channels out there. There are a lot of channels where they carry on, right? And they're hipsters, and they're smiling and shit. And they're like, look at me, I'm trying to be a man. And they grow their beard, and they're smiling, and they're telling you how to be. This isn't that channel, right? For example, my Travis Scott video earlier today, a lot of people were like, motherfuckering me because I got it wrong. And I did. I got it wrong. Do I think he's 100% to blame for what happened over there? No. But does he share some responsibility or bear responsibility? Yes. And I'll get to that in a little bit. But I don't want my channels to be an echo chamber. I don't want you guys to always agree with me. That's why when people were breaking my balls about Travis Scott's video that I did on this channel, the Angry Truth channel, I dived into it a little more. And yes, Travis Scott is an asshole. He's a piece of shit. He should definitely be charged with something. He has a track record for it, and we're going to go over all that in a little bit. But again, guys, the other thing that people kept hearing was like it was Masonic or devil worshipping and all this other crazy shit. I'm like, God, here we go with the fucking conspiracy theories. I get it that he has symbols on his shirt. That doesn't make it so, guys. But anyway, that's not. Frank P. Figueroa, what's a hipster? All I'm going to ask you to do is, I don't know, Google it. You're going to see the evolution of hipsters. They're going to have like this little chart, and they're like, the hipsters from 1990, 2000. It's the stupidest chart on the planet. I think if you type in evolution of hipster, you'll see that chart. No sheeple, thank you for that. Appreciate it. But, guys, it's again, with the whole Travis Scott shit, it's shitty, right? It's shitty what happened to him, and he's going to pay for it, hopefully. You know what? I'll touch on Travis Scott a little more in a little bit, but let's talk about Biden's new laws, right? Because they're calling them mandates. They're trying not to call them mandates. They're trying to call them for the businesses to dole out. So, interestingly enough, Biden at the beginning of the year, or early this year rather, said that he wasn't going to mandate the vaccine. How does a guy... this is worse than what George Bush saying no new taxes. Remember that bullshit? Okay. So Biden turns around and goes, well, I'm not going to mandate this because I don't think we legally can. And left it at that. Turns around and goes, well, we can make businesses mandate it so that he's not mandating it, but he's mandating businesses to do it. But he's mandating businesses to do it, so he is mandating it in a way. But the play on words that they use is why he's technically not mandating it. It's the companies that are doing it, because he's going to hit the companies with a fine to do so. Truthful Trolls, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. So, January 4th, guys, is going to be a big fucking to-do here in the United States. People are going to be like, holy shit, what am I going to do? I got a choice to make. Now, the Biden mandate is any company with over 100 employees will have to mandate their employees to take the shot or take a weekly testing. Those are the rules. But a lot of jobs are getting rid of the testing because it's going to cost them money. But the Biden's new mandate also said that the worker can pay for the testing on their own. Why wouldn't companies just open themselves up for that or take it out of their paycheck? Normal Girl Hobbies, you did not have to. Thank you for the donation. Why would he do that, right? Why would companies not take that into consideration? Like, you know what? All right, we'll let you pay for it. Because there are a lot of people that will pay for the testing to keep their jobs. Absolutely. But when you take the testing option out and you just say, hey, we just want you to take the vaccine, you're fired, what the fuck is that? Chris Langley, I know, but it should be an option for everyone. Then that's called a choice. Giving people a choice is 3 things on the table. You choose which one. Telling people two choices are on the table, it's not a choice, it's an ultimatum. Right? And this is the fucking problem. You're only given two choices. You're only given two choices to do something that you don't want to do, because both of them you don't want to do. You don't want to lose your job, but you don't want to take the shot. So now what? Right? That's why it's an ultimatum. It doesn't benefit, neither of them really benefit you, and losing your job doesn't benefit you, and taking the shot doesn't benefit you, or it doesn't benefit me. So, OSHA, who kicked back the whole mandate thing, turned it around with the help of the Labor Department, said businesses with more than 100 employees have to get their employees vaccinated or tested. And if they are tested, they have to wear a mask while they're at work, right? Now, again, OSHA is a Occupational Safety and Health Administration, were developed back in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken, under Nixon. And they were for the purpose of companies cutting corners and getting their employees hurt. So they were established so that companies would stop doing that. Along came more rules and regulations that OSHA created by keeping the employees safe, so that the companies didn't cut corners. Companies cut corners, people get killed or hurt. OSHA was developed to keep that from happening as much as possible. Not 100%, but as much as possible. Janet, thank you for the donation. Olivia, again, thank you for the donation. Red Click, thank you for the donation. And Off the Wall Prepper, thank you for the donation. So, guys, that's what OSHA was for. OSHA's keep the job place safe. Where on God's green earth do they come in now for this shot? How did they get themselves involved with this? Well, because the president handed them over so. Yes, and OSHA also said that you have to wear a mask at certain jobs. Like if there's asbestos available, you have to have a mask on. If you're at a construction site, you have to have a hard hat on. If you are in flu season, you're in a hospital and you didn't take the flu shot, you have to wear a mask. But now they're telling people they have to wear a mask year-round at hospitals. Or some hospitals, I'm being told. I could be wrong. I don't work at a hospital, so I don't know. But nonetheless, guys, that's what OSHA was there for. But now OSHA's saying, well, you have to be inoculated, and if you're not, you have to be tested. Now, hospitals took the testing option out. They took it off the table. So it's you take the shot or you lose your job. That's it. That's not a fucking a fair choice, if you will. Now, the other thing with this testing option is that companies are not required to pay or provide tests unless they are otherwise required by the state and or labor union in contract. So if a labor union puts that in the contract, then the employer has to pay for it. But right now, the person themselves can pay for it. So again, why not just leave that on the table and let people pay for it? Truthful Troll and Don, thank you for the donation. So, again, guys, the shit show is going to start January 4th. And now a lot of companies are giving their employees till December 31st to be inoculated or lose your job. They're not even saying, we're going to start the testing option. That's the crazy shit. Like, Biden made this announcement again the other day, and they said regular testing. Be fully vaccinated or regular testing on COVID-19. And companies are Xing out the testing option and just saying be vaccinated. How come the President of the United States states be fully vaccinated, and it's fully vaccinated by January 4th? Not even one shot in. Fully vaccinated. Sorry, guys. I missed that important part of the of his mandate. You have to be fully vaccinated by January 4th. That means 2 shots, depending if it's Pfizer or Moderna, 1 shot if it's Johnson & Johnson by January 4th. Fully vaxxed. Or regular testing, which is weekly testing for COVID. Now, it could be weekly testing. It could be every other week. I would rather have people tested every other week if that were my options. I'd rather people not get tested at all. But if I was a company and I had to comply to some bit, I probably would go with the testing option, right? So now, you have to have your second shot in, I think, before January 4th. That's the thing. So now, if you're not vaccinated by, what is it, December 8th? If I'm not mistaken, right? December 8th, you have to, because then you can get the second shot, like I guess January 2nd or 3rd. I think. I don't know. But nonetheless, this is the timeline they're giving everybody. So now they're like, well, we gave everybody a little less than 2 months to get this shit on the road, to get this show on the road. So now what's going to happen? Now that they changed the definition of what fully vaccinated is, meaning that every year you're no longer fully vaccinated, that every year you're going to have to take the booster shot. This is entering a stage or an issue where people don't want to go. People are now saying, whoa, what the fuck, man? Now they changed the definition of fully vaccinated because they're moving the goalpost. That's what these people do, guys. They move the goalpost. They make this about them. They say, well, they say, well, you know what? You're not fully vaccinated. So now every 6 months to 8 months, you're going to need a booster shot. Guys, for those of you that are going to roll over, because a lot of you are going to roll over, you have to think ahead and play chess ahead. And that's the problem with this. People are short-sighted. They're only looking at what's immediately in front of them, and that's January 4th. And they're not looking past. They're not looking at, I don't know, August 4th, for example, 8 months after that you're going to need the update. You're going to need the vaccine shot, the booster shot, sorry. They're not looking far enough. They're short-sighting themselves. And then when the booster shot comes up, then what are you going to do? And when they combo the booster shots, then what are you going to do? And they're going to combo it with the flu shot and COVID shot together. Catskill ANGRYPREPPER, thank you for the donation. 1776 Freedom, thank you for the donation. Well, 1776, I said if I had a company and I had to, I would go with the testing option. I wouldn't force people to take the shot. But if I had my own company and I was an irresponsible Jason Charles, I would comply with neither and sue the United States government into the ground, right? Or try my best, or give it my best shot, or fuck it, collapse my company. I don't know. But I'm not going to, and the problem is, you're letting a psych patient push you around. That's the worst part about this, Yes, guys, do me a favor, like and share if you do not mind. Helps out with the algorithm, fucks the, the YouTube assholes right in the ass. Because, they've been playing their game off and on now. They used to be constant when playing this game. Now it's like off and on. I never know when I'm going to get fucking deleted. So, it's like Russian roulette with them. Listen, guys, as long as I don't go off the limb, because they cancel some channels and then they don't. I look at some videos and I'm like, yo, why is this video still up? But this guy mentioned something about fucking the virus or the shot and he got his shit deleted. So it's insane. So Focus Grow says, how will the Civil War turn violent? Pockets of violence in big cities. Yes, the Civil War is not going to look like what you think it's going to look like. It's not going to be, like us in a battlefield with some little kid with a fucking flute and a hipster carrying a flag because he can't fight because he's, a pansy. And so it's not going to look like that. It's going to look like pockets of fighting throughout the country, right? Like wildfire. Pockets here, pocket fighting there, pocket in this city. And even in the city, it'll be at certain spots, right? That's what we're headed towards. We're headed towards that shit. I don't know. It's easy for me to say it'll happen. It's easy for me to sit there and say that it might happen next year, but I don't think Civil War it'll be anytime soon. I mean, it'll be soon, but I don't think it'll be super soon, right? I think we will see it in our lifetime. Let's put it like that. I don't think it'll be like right around the corner. Well, you could sue the government, Andy, but you can't sue the company for giving you the shot. And here's the problem. This whole that you can't sue them and you can't do that, fuck that. There is a way to sue them. We just have to find it. That's all. Right? There is no way they should be absolved of any injuries or anything that comes out of this bullshit at all. There has to be a way to sue them, and if not, then we have to get ugly. Catskill Preppers. Listen, I don't know about New York City anymore. I mean, again, Eric Adams used to be a cop. And I can't see a cop making this city any worse. I really can't. I mean, the city is on a shit decline. And I can't see a cop jumping in and going, yo, let's make matters worse. I used to be a cop. I'm going to wreck this city worse. I can't see that. I wouldn't be surprised. I just don't see that happening. He sounds like he's responsible. He sounds more realistic than de Blasio, that's for fucking sure. But I don't know, where this is going to go. That's all I can say as far as that goes. If AOC ran for mayor, which would be a disaster, but if she did, I can absolutely see the city falling apart, guaranteed. But with Eric Adams, I don't know. Because, again, that cop side of him might kick in and be like, yo, we can't have this shit falling apart. We can't have these kids dying in the inner city left and right. But I don't know. I don't have the brain capacity of a fucking moron, so I can't, I can only speculate. Conspiracy right again. And yeah, guys, a lot of the conspiracy theories are turning into truth, right? I mean, we talked about these mandates happening, and it happened. We talked about people losing their job by the end of this year, beginning of next year. It's going to happen. I don't know, guys. I think next year is going to be a lot worse, and it's going to be a multitude of things coming together, making matters worse. Again, the supply chain, I think that's going to get exponentially worse. Food shortage is going to get out of control. People who are not paying attention are going to blink, and then all of a sudden, it's going to be gone. They're going to be like, where the fuck can I get food? What happened? Meanwhile, the rest of us who are on here, on the Angry Prepper, or whatever prepper channel you follow, we're paying attention. We're paying attention closely. And we're looking at it and going, holy shit. Okay, this is getting real. But we knew this was going to happen, so we're getting ready. So that's us paying attention. For those that are not paying attention, they're fucked. And yes, you can get your friends on board. You can get your family on board. You can point out all the things that are happening. Olivia, thank you for the donation. Right? I think you could look at, you can get more people on board, but trying to get the masses on board, that's over with. That's over and done. The mass of people are scared, and they are holding on to these mandates like a fucking wool blanket to keep them warm and protected, because it's the easy route out. Fighting, which a lot of us are doing, is not easy. It sucks. It hurts. It's hard. You're going to miss out on a lot of shit. You're going to miss out on your friends. You're going to lose a lot of things with this fight. But fuck it, man. It is worth it. This fight is absolutely worth it, because this is only going to get fucking worse. And if you don't stand up now, you're going to roll over for fucking anything. The new left repulsive and many anti-God people. So this is the problem with this fight, guys. And some people are gonna, fighting is traumatizing. So be it, guys. The fight that we're in for is not even for ourselves anymore. It's for our kids. Look at our kids at school. A lot of you that are in these big cities, look at your kids at school. Go to the fucking schoolyard. Just stop by. Andy, thank you for joining the membership. Just stop by. Look at all these kids running around with a fucking mask on because they're fucking scared, because their stupid fucking parents, the cowards they are, scared them into fucking this bullshit. Now, I know that some schools you have to wear a mask and that's it. But other schools, where I really don't know where they are, they're not wearing a mask. I mean, I know some schools outside of New York City are not wearing a mask or not subscribing to the mandate. I know here they are. But there are kids who are wearing a mask when they're walking home from school. There are kids wearing a mask when they're going to the store to get whatever the fuck they're getting, because they were fucking scared. You know, and my kids come home, I'm like, yo, the minute you leave the school, you take it the fuck off your face. I said, scratch that. If you're in the yard walking out, take it off your face. You know, don't let them scare you into some shit that doesn't need to be scared. You shouldn't be scared of what's going on, but they're scaring everybody. Thank you, Lizzie Jean Williams. If I said your name right, sorry. Thank you. They had Big Bird talking about the vaccine. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So now Joe Rogan was an asshole for making factual statements about what he said. And yet we have to believe a big yellow bird, and that's who we listen to. Not the guy that says if you're young and healthy, you don't need it. Not the guy that's saying fucking ivermectin was good for him. We don't want to listen to that guy. They make that guy the enemy, that guy an asshole, but yet let's listen to Big Bird. Because they want kids to take the shot, so they fucking use propaganda. Thank you. Who just said that? I'm sorry. Billie Jean. All right? Thank you for saying that. They're using Big Bird as a propaganda tool. And if parents don't fucking see that, I don't know what's wrong with you. You're going to see that in other cartoons as well, right? PJ, whatever the fuck their name is, and the Paw Patrol, you know, they're going to be getting it soon so that they can make kids feel calm about this. Here's a sticker and a lollipop. Here's $100. Kids here in New York City are eligible for $100 for the shot, by the way. I can see some parents getting their kids 3 shots to get $300. And yes, there are parents that will absolutely do that. I will not be surprised. But guys, the propaganda machine is going into overtime right now. When you start using fucking fake characters to push your fucking agenda, that is propaganda at its finest. Like a fucking chef cook, guys. Its finest. Having these fucking idiots, these puppets wear masks? Are you kidding me? Again, guys. This is only going to get worse. I mean, it's just the shit that we're looking at and we're seeing is only going to get worse. Yeah, Annabelle, thank you. Exactly. My kids don't even take the flu shot. They know what they take? They take elderberry and their vitamins. And that's it. And if they get sick, so be it. They'll be okay. But, you know, guys, this bullshit that's going on with the propaganda is insane. Jim Lang, yes, exactly. Everybody better start stacking food because it's going to be exponentially higher. Yeah, Duckman, yeah, I saw that. I heard that. I didn't see that. Sorry. I heard about the CDC and them asking how many of the employees took it and how they were dancing around the question. Yeah, Gabriel H. You probably will be. But listen, guys, again, while you still can prep, while we're still prepping and putting our food away, I know we're not supposed to have this discussion on here, but fuck it. It's my channel. Make sure if you're gonna buy some stuff, start practicing with some of those foods that you're stacking away, as far as preparing them into a dish, right? You might as well start practicing now before the shit's on and he's trying to figure that out. Mike Smith, yeah, they did steal my dream. You know, they took it from me early, but 5 years short. I have to look at it that way. You know, I am pissed. I go through my moments when I'm pissed, and I go through my moments when I'm not. You know, but again, guys, sorry. Back to the can, the storing your food away and putting a dish together. Put the dish together and try it out, because nothing's gonna suck worse than trying to figure this shit out when that's all that's left. Start looking at certain dishes and going, oh, if I put this and this together, I can make this kind of meal, right? If I have hamburger meat or deer meat ground up, I can make this kind of a meal. Start working on your prepper meals now. Don't wait till the shit's fucking, it's on, and then you're like, sorry, wait till it's on, and then you're looking at it and going, oh God, what do I make with this? Practice now. If I'm not mistaken, there are even some prepper cookbooks out there that you can get on Amazon or wherever and learn how to make food, make a dish with that. You can even blend canned vegetables and some canned meats together, make a meal with that. But again, practice. Practice, practice, practice. Right? Learn how to do it now. Don't wait till it drops. I did it a couple times in the past. I'm like, okay, it'll work. You know? Again, guys, always practice. Tuna casserole is disgusting. Ugh, that is the worst. I put that shit right up there with spam, maybe a step below. I've tried different variations of tuna casserole, and it's fucking disgusting. My God. Anyway, that's neither here or there. But let's move on to Travis Scott real quick. So, with the Travis Scott incident, guys, I was super wrong. I remember in my video this morning, I said that you couldn't blame Travis Scott for what happened. Spam casserole. Oh. Anyway, sorry, that was a distraction. And I was, sitting there saying that Travis Scott wasn't to blame because when you're on stage, you can't hear what's going on. Now, some people said that people were running up to him on stage, yelling in his face that people were dying. Now, there were only 8 dead bodies. Now, if there were more, I don't know, right? But they said that he could see the dead bodies. I don't think he was looking at dead bodies. He was looking at passed out people. Regardless, whether they ran up on the stage or not, some people made a good point. When he saw the commotion getting worse, when you're looking out on the stage and you see people passed out, you see ambulances in the back, you see security guards passing over limped bodies, if you will, over the barricade, you know some shit's going down. Big Chap, thank you for the donation. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate it, Big Chap. Yes, I've been aware of the depopulation numbers that they're looking at, by the way, right? And so, Travis Scott, guys, had 2 prior incidents at concerts. Lollapalooza in Chicago 2015. He encouraged people to start a mosh pit. He also encouraged people to jump over the, barrier, security barrier. So he's on stage, amping people up to jump over this fucking barrier, and you watch the video of him telling the security guards, don't touch these people, don't fucking touch them, let them jump over the barrier. And they jump over the barrier. Now they're right next to the stage, and a couple people run up on the stage. Now, one of those people would have ran up on the stage and shanked him, knifed him, shot him. If I was a security guard, I wouldn't even fucking help to stop his bleeding, because you had it coming to you. Travis Scott is a piece of shit, but Travis Scott is also from the generation of, he thinks everything's owed to him. So he has that arrogant fucking, display of shit. The way he talks, he goes around acting like he's the big shit. Well, this is called karma. This is called karma, and this is what it looks like, right? Travis Scott pleaded guilty to reckless conduct and was placed under court supervision for 1 year for the Lollapalooza incident in Chicago of 2015. At Walmart, Arkansas Music Pavilion in Rogers, Arkansas, he was accused of inciting a riot where several people were hurt. He urged people to rush the stage as well, and was soon, or after the show, was arrested and pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct. So again, Travis Scott has a shitty track record. So again, guys, I have to say I was completely wrong because he has this track record. Now, I knew of Travis Scott. I knew how shitty his music was, but I didn't know he was a complete asshole. Now, I knew he was an asshole. Like a lot of these young rappers, they're assholes. There's nothing humble about them. They're all bags of shit, and their music fucking sucks. Sucks. Travis Scott is included in that. So yes, Travis Scott's probably a flat earther because he's a fucking moron. So Bird's Eye View had a concert, or it's a place where they had a concert in New York City. Sorry, they hosted a concert. At this concert, so this is actually 3 incidents, not 2, 3 prior incidents. At this concert, there was an idiot named Kyle Green. Kyle Green was a moron who was hanging off a balcony. So the way it reads in the article, he was at the edge of the balcony. And I'm thinking at the edge of the balcony, there's a railing in the way, right? So the railing up to your fucking hips. How much more of an edge does he need to be? Well, he wasn't at the edge. He was on the other side of the fucking railing. And he's sitting there dancing or some shit. There's a video online. You could find it. I can't put any of these videos in my videos because they get copywritten I get a copyright strike. I did it to the video of Travis Scott situation earlier today. I had that video up, and originally when I uploaded it, I had a video of the people rushing the gates at the VIP section. and some fucking media company claimed the video, and now, not that I lost the monetization on the video, but the monetization was now being directed to this company. So I had to delete the video, re-edit the video, and upload it again, right? So I thought I was taking somebody else's personal shot from their phone, but I wasn't. They claimed the video, and I'm like, I'm not giving these fucking bags of shits money. So I had to re-edit the video. So anyway, the bird's eye view video, guys, this kid is hanging off the ledge. He's on the other side of the barricade. And I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. So he's on the other side. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put the link to that video in the description section of this video and the video I do on the Travis Scott update video. So he's on the other side, guys. He's hanging like this. He's hanging off of it, and he's dancing or whatever fucking these drunk-ass white kids do. And he's like, carrying on. And Travis Scott stops, looks at him, and goes, let's see what Travis Scott says. He goes, I see you. I said, but are you going to do it? He says, they're going to catch you. He says, don't be scared. They're going to catch you. With that, the kid climbs down a little bit and lets go. He lets go, and those kids underneath him must have parted like the Red Sea because he hit the ground. He wound up being paralyzed. Now, they don't say how badly paralyzed he was because there are different levels of being paralyzed. There's completely paralyzed, and then there's fucking, partial paralyzed, and then there's numbness in your legs and your arms and shit like that. So different levels of it. And numbness is not paralyzed, but there are different levels of it. And they never said how badly hurt he was other than he was paralyzed. Anyway, he jumps off the balcony. Now this kid is sued Travis Scott for jumping off the balcony. The problem is, he didn't actually, he did say do it, but this kid was a grown kid. He wasn't like he was 17. He looked like he was 23. So why would a 23-year-old who listened to an asshole rapper who fell off now sue the rapper? Because you chose to jump off. It was your choice. Just because someone says do it doesn't mean you do it. Lima said he's in a wheelchair. All right, if he's in a wheelchair, then sucks to be him. Or you know what? Not even sucks. Fuck him. Fuck him and his wheelchair. Because no one told that idiot to jump off. I could see if the kid was young and he was under the influence and he was being coached by everybody. Listen, the crowd was yelling at him to do it and shit. But still, it's a fucking it looked like a 30-foot drop. And he climbed down a little bit, so might have been fucking 20 feet at that point. Still, I don't feel bad for that kid. I can't feel sorry for that kid. Oh, poor Kyle Green. Fuck Kyle Green. Kyle Green's a fucking asshole. I'm going to turn around and sue somebody? Fuck him. Anyway, moving right along, guys. Live Nation. So Live Nation was the company that hosted the concert. They host a lot of concerts throughout the country. A lot of you who go to concerts know about them. Live Nation is pretty much a scumbag company. They had over 750 injuries at concerts and over 200 deaths since 2006. This is probably going to be 208 deaths now, right? And as far as their work, their safety violations, they have multiple safety violations, as many injuries as I don't know how many injuries actually, sorry. There are multiple safety violations, as well as more injuries to setting up stages that collapsed and platforms that collapsed, right? Yes, Jebo, the Live Nation is probably going to be sued as well. So not only is Travis Scott going to be sued, but Live Nation as well. So Live Nation just has a horrendous record. Now, is the crowd to blame for what happened at the Astro World? Absolutely. We cannot fucking discount the crowd as well. The crowd was there stepping over other people, looking down at people while they were stepping over them. They were absolutely to blame as well. They were also acting like assholes. The video that I had to take down showed people. I might find the video links and put them in my community board, or try to put them in my stories. But one of the videos I had to take down, they rushed the VIP gate, knocking it down. It looks like hundreds of kids are running in, maybe 100 or so, running in. And at one point, you can hear somebody in the background, a girl, screaming. And when you look, you can see the girl at the bottom of the pile. And people are crushing her. At some point, she gets up, and then I think she turns back around. She turns the other way. I don't see her run past the camera. But still, these kids were acting like fucking assholes. So now, is the crowd to blame? Absolutely. The crowd is to blame for this mess because, listen, just morally, guys, if you're walking by and you see somebody laying on the ground, why the fuck would you then jump on top of the ambulance who's trying to help this dude that's on the ground? People are doing CPR. Cops are doing CPR. Guards are doing CPR. But everybody's in the fucking way. Not letting the ambulance get back the fuck out. Because they thought it was fun. Now, not everybody knew what was going on, obviously. But 50,000 people there, you're not going to know everything that's going on. But some people said that Travis Scott was being told that people were dying. I don't know how true that is. There are videos of people running up on the stage, but we don't know what the fuck they were saying. And not for nothing, if Travis Scott's background music was going on, we don't know if he could hear them, even if they were this close to him. Because when people run on stage, you're just either yesing them to death, or you're looking at them going, but you can't hear them. Because the music is that loud. So again, we don't, as far as that goes, I don't know. But as far as inciting riots and shit, yes, he should definitely be held accountable. Like I said, I was wrong for that earlier. No sheeple, thank you for that. Right, guys? So also, here's my bigger bone to pick. Why the fuck were there kids there? Why were there little kids there? So now there's a 9-year-old, a 9-year-old boy, who is in a coma as of right now. The last time I checked, he was in a coma. There were multiple kids there. There was another kid that was trampled on, a 4-year-old, I think, that was trampled on, or maybe he was 5. I don't know. He was a younger kid than 9. Why the fuck would you have a young kid at one of these events? This is a Travis Scott event. Travis Scott is known to have high energy concerts. He's known to have people jumping around acting a fool. So why the fuck would you bring a kid there? Now, yes, if you had a Celine Dion concert and you brought your daughter to it, or your son because he's gay, right, to a Celine Dion concert, that's fine. Celine Dion doesn't have mosh pits going on, right? But if you have a Travis Scott or, I don't know what these young kids are. You know, these new kids in there, you shouldn't be bringing a young kid to that. Because shit gets crazy, as it did at Astroworld. Kids should not be allowed into this at all. Period. A guard should be looking at it and going, whoa, no, he's not going in here. I don't give a fuck how much you paid. We're going to revoke that ticket. Whatever needs to be done, little kids should not be going in there. Because when shit gets crazy, then what? Right? Yes, thug rap concerts, hell, even metal concerts, heavy metal, if those are still around, you know, they shouldn't be going in there. And the music is too loud to boot for those little kids. You know, so again, guys, it's a shit show. Yeah, Tekashi 6ix9ine, that rat. You shouldn't be bringing kids to shit like that, and not for nothing, but the shit they're also saying. You're exposing these kids to shit that a 9-year-old or a 4 or 5-year-old, whatever old the kid was, shouldn't be fucking hearing. You should not be taking kids to those kind of concerts. And then you look at, I'm assuming it was the dad. You're looking at the dad. I'm like, so this fucking asshole thought it was cool to bring his kid to a Travis Scott concert? I mean, really, it's. And listen, maybe I'm getting old. My mother took me when I was like 7, 8 years old to a Jackson 5 Victory Tour concert. But we were also in the back, like towards the back. So we had stadium seatings. We sat in the seats. We weren't standing down in the front. So if you're gonna bring a 9-year-old to that, maybe you should keep him in the back. Even though festivals, if I'm not mistaken, they don't have seats. But still, why would you fucking? I don't know. If you have to sit there, I guess if I have to sit there and ask why they're bringing a kid, then maybe I'm just out of touch. You know, I don't fucking know. But this is fucking, it's bad. It's bad that you're bringing a small kid there. Someone said the 9-year-old parent was a kid also. He didn't look like a kid. I mean, maybe he was young. Someone said Jackson 5. Crackshot. The Jackson 5's reunion tour was called the Victory Tour. That was in, I think, 84, 85, if I'm not mistaken, right? So I was like 7 or 8 when I went to see it. My mother and my sister went to see it like 2 or 3 times, you know, because my father got tickets like that. But yeah, the Victory Tour. That's how old I am. Yes, I'm 44. When I start saying shit like Michael Jackson Victory Tours and the Jackson 5, you're like, man, how you're that old? Yes, I'm that old. I'm that old, and it's disappointing. But I'm trying to find the age of that kid because the article was here today, but I can't find it now, and I should have saved it. But the child was on the father's shoulders. I think it was the 4 or 5-year-old on the father's shoulders, and the kid gets knocked off and falls into the crowd, and they trample all over the kid. I think the kid's fine. I don't know if that was the 9-year-old. I'm not sure if it was one and the same. Someone says 9 years old. Okay, maybe that's the same kid. All right, so then I got it wrong. It was the same kid. I'm going off you guys' word. Your word. You guys' word. That sounds weird. Sorry. Anyway, you know what I'm fucking trying to say. Right, but the 9-year-old is in a coma. That's the one I said was in a coma earlier. And they said that he was on the shoulders of the father and fell off. Right? A lot of you guys are calling me a baby. I'm like, well, how old are you guys? 89 years old? Like, listen, not that I feel old, but yes, when I get out of bed, I'm like, why the fuck are my joints clicking now? You know, you used to get out of bed when you were young. You were like, ha, ready to take on the world, you know? And when you were single, you're like, you know, what is it going to be tonight, you know? Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. All right, 86 the drug part, but sex and rock and roll. Now I'm like, what are we having tonight, baby? We're drinking tea and watching fucking the National Geographic channel. That's what happens when you get old, right? And I wear my socks as I go to bed. All this shit happens. I mean, it's insane. It's insane how we used to fucking think when we were younger. Now we're older. We're like, I don't want to hang out till fucking 3 o'clock in the morning anymore, you know? We used to pull all-nighters. You used to fucking work, hang out, you know, back to work again, hang out some more, fucking, I don't know, it depends on what kind of guy you were, you know, sex all night, and then fucking back into work for a third straight day tour, whatever it was, you know, and then on your 5th day, you completely pass out eating because you were so tired. In the middle of your eating, you're like, and you just fucking completely collapse. And then you do it all again after you get your fucking 20 hours sleep, you know? Dove season, everything's popping and clicking now. You know, like, I mean, listen, when I was younger, it was fucking, whew, it was a good time. Like, thinking about it, I was always doing some shit, you know? And I was always hanging out till late or pulling an all-nighter. And now, I think of pulling an all-nighter and I get tired. I'm like, I gotta do what? And I just fucking, I collapsed. You know, I'm just like, holy shit. I don't even want to think about pulling an all-nighter. That's how old I feel sometimes, you know? Certain days I'm like, oh, I gotta get a good workout in. And when the workout is done, I'm like, oh, God. You know, but whatever. This is, well, and for a lot of you younger people on here, you'll fucking see. Yo, that fucking, you know, that energy, it doesn't die off. It's just, I guess you get more responsible, especially when you have a wife and kids. You just, you want to settle a little more. You know, you don't want to go 0 to 60 every day. You know, whatever. Northern Girl Hobbies. I am going to do the canning video. I have a lot of time on my hands. I might as well. I might even make bread and fucking basket weave some shit and, you know, knit a sweater while I'm at it. Because that's what people with time on their hands do. And then go to the park and play fucking chess with my fucking 85-year-old best friend. His name is, you know, Drexel, because me and Drexel now are going to be playing chess together, you know? And he's going to talk about the war years, and I'm going to talk about my fucking war years, and then we'll have a good laugh, and then we'll have tea, and then go home. That's what old people do. Yes, sir. Eventually everybody does slow down. You're all right about that. So, but, you know, listen, guys, it's fine. This'll pass. It'll all pass. It's just, how badly is it going to hurt when it passes? That's the problem. But nonetheless, we will get through this. Man, if I knit a sweater, it's probably going to have a giant middle finger on it. Holy shit. I think it's time for me to go off the air. I'm fucking tired. All right. Okay, good. Brian Key Prepper, thank you for joining the club, the membership. Thank you. Also, guys, I look like this month is going to be my last month doing Patreon. I had a Patreon account that was for like gear, gear reviews and supplies and shit. But not a lot of people are entering. I mean, people are a part of the membership, but they're not, playing along or whatever it is with the contest that I have on there. So I'm just gonna end it. I think right now it's a big headache. I know some people like you should keep it up for support, but I get enough, support on here and here. I get enough support on here. So this is gonna be my maybe December will be the last month for the gear of the month, and then I'm gonna end the Patreon account. I'm gonna give it up because it's again I don't need all of that support. And if people are not people are not interested in playing along, then fuck it. It is what it is. I get it. It's fine. Yeah, that's the thing, Kevin. I mean, like I said, the Gear of the Month Club was like giving away different things, different pieces of gear, like fucking dehydrators and vacuum sealers and shit like that. Shit that relates to prepping, bags, but again, I'm getting rid of it because it's another headache I don't need, and then I got to keep up with that. It's fine. Like I said, maybe last month will be the last contest, and then I'll 86 it, plus, I don't know what content to put on there because it's like I'm going to do a video for here, then do a video for there, and then have people pay for that video. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to get back to my membership videos, but those are more like fun videos, right? So those of you that join the membership club, you're going to be seeing more fun videos for that. And that's what people are paying for. They're paying for, hopefully, to laugh a little bit more. And that's just what it is. But the Patreon's not needed. And then maybe in the membership, I'll do a couple of, contests on there. I don't know. Jeff Paul, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. No, the account's not closed. It's still open, but whatever. It's the Patreon thing. It was a shot. It didn't work, and I'll move on. I'll try something else. I think I'm gonna start doing more T-shirts for the Angry Truth channel, for this channel. I'm still toying with the notion of doing a T-shirt for the Angry Prepper, but I don't know yet. I said I might as well, being that I'm out of work, put my creativity to use and come up with some T-shirt ideas. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. I know that I've been in a funk, so excuse that. I might enter another funk next week. I might not. So if I go a couple of go a couple of months, a couple days without doing a fucking a video, that's because I'm in a funk. That's all it is, So I know a lot of you guys for the Angry Prepper channel here were leaving messages like, where are you, what happened? I'm like, I'm just wasn't in the mood, and that's probably going to happen, and I'm hoping it doesn't, because this is going to be my my main source of income now, unfortunately, right? Again, firefighting was my main, but now this is. So, I'm not going to, the one thing I'm not going to do is start selling gear out the wazoo. That's for one. I was looking to do little pieces of gear, but nothing crazy. I'm not going to start a fucking store and start pushing that shit. I might start doing, again, T-shirts and stuff like that. I might venture into other ideas that have nothing to do with YouTube. I don't know yet. Again, these are all ideas. The website on your shirts doesn't work. Oh, Martino Berto, I have to fix that. I did get an email about my my T-shirt store link not working from them. So I know when I clicked it, I was like, oh wait, that's a lie. I clicked the link and it works now. But anyway, I'm gonna put new shirts and shit like that up there. I'm gonna be a little more responsible with this, with the Angry Truth T-shirt. Patriot James, man, thank you for that. Listen, hey, listen. Listen. Like I said, it's just a funk about what's going on. That's all it is. It's not depression. It's disappointment. Depression, I don't think it might settle in. I don't know. I have to wait and see, guys. That's the bottom line. But again, as far as selling shit, I had an idea to put like certain kits together, but I don't know if I'm going to do that now, right? I think if I started doing that now, it would seem desperate. And I don't want to seem desperate because I'm not desperate. But like the Patreon, I was gonna leave that open, but I'm like, for what? I'm not even using it. You know, it's a waste of time, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't want to do more things to make more money, if that makes sense. Obviously, if it's a good idea, I will, but I'm not gonna fucking start, for example, pushing. For example, people are reaching out to me and asking to for me to push certain items. I'm not gonna start entertaining all of that shit. I'm really not. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do if it's good for the viewers. If it's good for the viewers, then that's what I push. If it isn't good for the viewers, I'm not gonna push it. For example, there was a company, Levi's, reached out to me to do a partnership with them. I'm like, no, absolutely not. You know, now if Duluth Trading Company reached out to me, I would absolutely consider it because I love their gear. Their gear is fucking the best, man. I love their shit. It's really worth it. But that's a different story. Will I start pushing my freeze-dried food stuff again? Absolutely, because the two freeze-dried companies, they still have food in the in their stores, in their so they're still delivering their food as we speak. Anthony, I have not been demonetized, but some of my videos are being demonetized. So listen, it is what it is. That's the other thing. I'm not going to change my speech pattern so that my videos don't get demonetized. If it gets demonetized, so the fuck be it. You know, it is what it is. You know, whatever, man. Shit gets demonetized. Such as fucking life. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, I can't afford to be demonetized. Fuck it. I'm not going to change my habits just because I'm out of work now. I just can't function like that. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I cannot function like that. It's just, it is what it is. Troy, I know you asked this a while ago. My email is angryprepper@gmail.com. Duckman, I was in EMS like fucking 17 years ago, you know. That was a lot. I mean, maybe less than that, probably 15, 14 years ago. That was the last time I was in EMT when I was riding an ambulance. But I'm not an EMT anymore. I'm pretty sure I can get my card back, but all of the EMS companies here, you have to be vaccinated. So I wouldn't do that either. Defeats the purpose. Anyway, guys, we are at, it's 11 o'clock. Time to hang it up. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. Okie Dokie. I was thinking about writing a book, yes. But there's too many prepper books out there. Why even bother, right? I have a book. It's a really, really shitty book. Let me look for it real quick. Let me entertain myself by looking for a book that I haven't looked at since it was published, actually. You know how bad I am with this book? I actually forgot the title of it. That's how bad it was. But if you type my name in online on Amazon, you'll find it. So the name of the book, it's a swatch book, not a real book. The name of the book is Emergency Bags Essential. Everything you need to bug out. So swatch book is like a card book, right? And I'm going to drop this link in here just so that you guys are entertained by the stupidity of this book. The book was a good book in the beginning, and then I got fucked because, the people who, whatever. So the link's in, guys. Look at this book. I thought it was going to be a book. Then they said it was going to be a swatch book at like the second part of it. It turned into a shit show, whatever. But that's my first book. It's a clown book. I was thinking about writing another book, but who knows? Maybe that's, I don't know. But like I said, I got a lot of time to think about shit now, so we will see. Right? Or how to avoid hipsters. Maybe that should be a good book. I could write a book on that. Or how to identify a hipster that doesn't know he's a hipster. That's another one. Anyway, guys, I'm going to hang it up now. I got a fucking union meeting to go to tomorrow. Probably, listen to what's going on with the job. Other than that, guys, I do appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the donations. Thank you again. And I will see you probably Thursday night or Friday night. All right, guys, thank you.